Why? It's because most of these people would have predominantly by genetics, their irises, their iris color would be brown, and most of the times brown-eyed people, they tend to have tendency to have weaknesses in the liver. It may not necessarily be caused by drinking or those sort of negative type lifestyles. It could also, and it's normally also caused by things like negative emotions, anger, frustration, stress, and very unhappy emotions. What is sclerology? Spelled S-C-L-E-R-O-L-O-G-Y. Sclerology comes from the word sclera, S-C-L-E-R-A, which is the whites of our eyes. So what is the science of sclerology? It's the study of the whites of our eyes. Now, what can we tell from this study? It is normally also connected to iridology, which is the main science where we study the markings in the iris of the eye. Iridology, iris, and sclerology, sclera. My name is Petrina, and I'm a co-founder of Planet Wellness, and over the years we have helped hundreds and thousands of customers worldwide to get better using the study of sclerology, iridology, and also nutrition. So when we study the whites of the eyes, you will find that in some cultures, some nationalities, the whites of the eyes are not really very white. Mainly when we've come across these people, they would be normally of either Indian, Asian background or African, Caribbean type background, those with basically darker complexion. Why? It's because most of these people would have predominantly by genetics, their irises, their iris color would be brown, and most of the times brown-eyed people, they tend to have tendency to have weaknesses in the liver. It may not necessarily be caused by drinking or those sort of negative type lifestyles. It could also, and it's normally also caused by things like negative emotions, anger, frustration, stress, and very unhappy emotions. So what can we see in the sclera? Normally in the eyes of such people who have liver weaknesses, we may be able to see that first of all, the irises or their sclera is not completely white or clear white. There could be slight yellow or brownish in the whites of the eye, and these are normally signs of jaundice or liver weaknesses as well. What else can we see in the sclera that depicts weaknesses? There could be grayish type marks in the eye or the sclera itself, and that means that area of the organ that is linked to that particular section of the sclera could be lacking in oxygen. Many of us may not be breathing deep enough. Yes, we are breathing to stay alive, obviously. However, there are many times we are what we call shallow breathers rather than really being able to breathe deep and slowly as well. It's just because of the lifestyle, the stress that most of us are happening to go through these days. And also, we can also discover or spot vitamin C deficiency in the sclera. That would mean that the sclera would be more red than white, and this is not caused by rubbing of eyes or having some dirt or debris stuck in the eyes itself, which irritates it. Yes, when your eyes, when the whites of the eyes become red, that is one of the causes when we rub our eyes too much or when there is something that is irritating the eyes. However, many times as well, when you see capillaries that are very prominent in the whites of the eye, that also depicts a sign that we're short of vitamin C. Now, many of our customers, when we inform them they are short of vitamin C, their natural response is, I'm eating lots of fruits, I'm eating a lot of citrus fruits. Yes, you may be eating a lot of foods that are supposed to be nutrient-rich in vitamin C. However, sadly, because the soil these days is depleted of nutrients, even if the food is organic doesn't mean that the food itself is full of nutrients. It really means that it's not been sprayed with pesticides and there are no harmful chemicals that has been involved in the growing of the food. So unfortunately these days, because the soil is depleted of nutrients, the fruit trees, the vegetables that has been planted is already deficient in vitamin C and other nutrients that our body needs. And on top of that, by the time the food gets to us, by the time we prepare it, by the time we cook it, we may have overcooked it. It may be oxidized from being cut for many days, weeks, or months. That is why the vitamins have been depleted. So this is mainly the cause why most of us are vitamin C deficient. And as such, on top of eating healthy or eating as much fresh fruit as you can, it's also important to take vitamin C supplements and obviously other supplements as well. Now, if you want to know the brands that we recommend and we've tested and recommend, do click on the link below. There are few supplements that are good quality, or rather a number of supplements that are good quality that we recommend, and also a number of foods as well that we recommend that will be higher in vitamin C content. And do message us and we will share that with you. We can also have a complimentary discovery call to discuss your specific concerns further, in particular around the area of the sclera. Now, before you go, we have got two free guides. One is what can we see in your eyes, or what your eyes can reveal about your health, rather. And the other one is why should you have an iridology consultation. Do request for these two guides because it gives you more information as to how the eyes work. And obviously, when the book says, why should you have an iridology consultation? When you do book in for an iridology consultation with us, we, apart from studying the iris, we also have a look at the pupil and also the sclera and a few other things as well. So if you want to know more, do get in touch with us.